The sadistic, hypnotic, destructive fiend in action here tonight.
Who knows if we'll see a match or a massacre, Cole. To the Fiend, it's really all the same.
And that's exactly what makes him so terrifying and dangerous. He doesn't discriminate when it comes to absolute punishment.
And on the other side of the ring is L.A. Knight. Knight has forged a unique bond with the WWE Universe, and together, they started a movement.
The greatness of LA Knight can no longer be denied, Saxton. We're going to see an insane flex of power and athleticism with everybody saying LA Knight.
Neckbreaker! How's that for a counter? You have to appreciate the unapologetic charm and brazen self-confidence of LA Knight. This guy believes he's a certified megastar and acts accordingly.
It's certainly something in the way Knight struts around. We'll love him or hate him, you can't deny he's got the build, the skill, and the look of a superstar.
I'm sure Knight is planning to win this match in the same stylish manner that he does everything else.
But tonight he has to deal with an entity that shows no mercy inside the ring, the Fiend. A man whose malice is matched only by his unearthly power.
The Fiend might be the most soulless competitor we've ever seen. In most of his
launching. Good Lord! Taking flight. Showing absolutely no apprehension to putting one's body on the line. Lifted way up. That'll jam your tailbone.
We often talk about the smash mouth style of LA Knight, but his athleticism sometimes gets overlooked. Corey, which aspect of his in-ring game do you think will be the most integral here?
Athleticism is great, Cole, but you can't discount the power of a simple, in-your-face offensive style. That's what's going to work for LA Knight in this match.
That's what happens when you let the Fiend in. You seal your own doom. Oh, he's shoving it down his throat.
Forget about it. Good night.
Did Fiend end it there?
He steps foot in the ring again. He may not be aware of the count. He's got to get back over here. And that'll about do it, folks. Here is your winner, here to launch a new reign of terror in WWE. Always ruthless, Mahal seeks victory at all costs.
Now Jinder is driven to crush the hopes and dreams of his opponents and everyone in the WWE Universe.
The more fallen opponents scream in agony, the more powerful Jinder Mahal becomes.
But staring him down with disturbing intensity is the Fiend, a malevolent being who loves to get inside your head and destroy you from the inside out.
If the Fiend's gaze alone doesn't leave you paralyzed with fear, his crash landing.
a shot to the back.
Shades of the USSR with the hammer and sickle. And Mahal's in a disheartening spot.
The Fiend doing whatever he wants because he can. Point of the elbow finds the mark.
He has him locked in. Oh, planted.
Producing a trampling. He's absorbing some tough hits now.
And this match is not over yet. Things are only going to get harder from here.
The Fiend has proven to be one of the most relentless opponents in WWE. Does that make him and the cover for the win?
This is it.
And that's all she wrote.
Here is your winner,
We've seen few superstars as cold-blooded as the Apex Predator Randy Orton. There's something deeply disturbing when he locks his eyes on his opponent.
Yeah, it's definitely chilling at times, Michael, but we've also seen a softer side to Randy in recent years, which I, for one, really enjoy seeing.
Yeah, Byron, but I wouldn't dare view that softer side as weakness. If anything, that's just how Orton draws his prey in closer.
But the Fiend is someone who redefines what it means to be soulless in this industry. He just wants to maim his opponents, no matter who they are or what they've done. I'd say you don't want to be on his bad side, but he is all bad side.
And that bad side comes even more to life once the bell rings, Saxton.
We've seen how dangerous the inherent abilities of Randy Orton have been through the years.
But what we don't see right away is how Randy Orton has evolved those abilities. He's surpassed anything inherited, and he's brought a whole new level to his attack plan. I bet we see some of that tonight.
And now gets tossed into the ring. What a shot!
Working to neutralize that arm.
Sister Abigail! Nowhere to hide from that malicious attack by the Fiend.
Trying to sink his opposition into the darkness.
Oh, he's shoving it down his throat!
The Fiend stops his opponents dead in their tracks. That could end the Viper's night.
2, and a kick out.
Orton can't be happy that he was almost down for the count, and we all know what happens when the Viper's not happy. All the way to the outside. That's gravity taking a break before coming down like thunder.
Counters the Viper's attack.
Oh, what a running senton. Oh, I hope they back up. They're getting too close for comfort.
Well, no one's paying attention to you, Saxon. They're too busy beating the tar out of each other.
I don't know what to say, guys. The Fiend is in that... Oh, he's shoving it down his throat. Night-night.
The Fiend may have sealed things up.
Back in the ring now.
Fiend is feeling a rush of confidence right now.
What are you waiting for? Get back in there.
You tell him, Saxton.
Stop gloating and put your attention back to the match. Wow, at the last second, beat the count out.
Piercing the throat.
This is nothing short of disturbing.
Oh, so frightening. So bizarre, so eerie. Welcome
get worse.
to Sister Abigail.
Caught that one with his face, and Randy's bleeding. The Fiend, Brэй Wyatt, sizing him up.
Oh, he's shoving it down his throat.
The Fiend stops his opponents dead in their tracks. The big gun fired yet again.
Pin.
Oh, my God, did you see that? Kick out at 1.
I'm absolutely stunned. A display of near superhuman resilience.
After seeing that, it's hard to imagine what it's going to...
And this has got to be it. Rope break, pin stop.
This is getting intense. Someone check on Saxton.
So much punishment has been absorbed by these men already.
And yet, they are still going. Still ready for more.
The Viper in bad shape here.
It is terrifying when the Fiend is in a state like this.
Had that one scouted.
Randy looking to get back in this.
Orton hoping to start a rush of his own now.
Now starts to fight out with some punches to the gut.
Fiend turns the table. Sister Abigail. Good night.
Oh gosh, this is uncomfortable to watch.
Paralysis is setting in.
Forget about it. Good night. The Fiend landed that perfectly. 2.
It's over, all in a night's work.
Here is your winner,
The sadistic, hypnotic, destructive Fiend in action here tonight.
Who knows if we'll see a match or a massacre, Cole. To the Fiend, it's really all the same.
And that's exactly what makes him so terrifying and dangerous. He doesn't discriminate when it comes to absolute punishment.
And then you have The Miz, who is probably more concerned with protecting his moneymaker than he is actually competing in this match.
Oh, what a shock. Biased Saxton strikes again. The Miz is as successful as he is for a reason. He knows what he's doing both in and out of the ring. Like his music says, the A-lister came to play. Remember that.
Jarring impact. The Miz at the complete mercy of his opponent.
Not an A-list performance here from Miz.
I think The Miz knows what he has to do to win this matchup. He needs to get crafty and do whatever it takes to win. Forget playing the nice guy and pull out all the stops here tonight.
With that kind of strategy.
Oh, gosh, this is uncomfortable to watch.
Paralysis is setting in. The claw! This one's over. Crucial moment for Miz.
Ooh, nasty shot to the throat.
This could do it! An emphatic victory.
here is your winner, The Fiend.
Kevin Owens is the kind of guy who never hesitates to speak his mind, though it has landed him in trouble more than a few times in the past.
Well, luckily, KO is also the kind of guy who's always ready to back up anything he says with his actions in the ring.
True, and I'm sure Owens was doing plenty of jawing backstage heading into this match. It'll be fun to see how he backs it up.
But tonight, he's dealing with an opponent devoid of any humanity, without any mercy or remorse. The Fiend.
From the top. Oh! Oh, my goodness. Ah, what a smash.
That is just insulting.
And he's able to counter. Oh, boom. Shades of the USSR with the hammer and sickle. Corey, we've talked before about how Kevin Owens can get frustrated when things don't go his way. It's something that can either fuel him in a match or be his biggest hindrance. Do you think that's going to be a factor in this one?
Knowing Kevin, it probably will be. But KO isn't a child. He can absolutely keep his emotions in check when the pressure's on. He just needs to remember to do that.
Oh, saw it coming. The springboard attack fails to land. Ooh!
Boy, what a kick. Able to get out of the way. Oh, and shot right to the back of the neck.
Splash! gosh.
Massive.
This match's brutality starting to show on him.
Yeah, but you can't count anyone out yet. This match could still...
Takedown. Looking for the crossface. Gets cinched in. This could be over.
Can you imagine what he would do to his...
Looking to free the arm and does just that.
Ah, jeez. The Fiend is sustaining the attack.
Owens is getting shut down at every turn.
Sister Abigail. And if you weren't frightened of the Fiend before, he just gave you plenty of reason to be right there.
I'm quivering. Oh, gosh, this is uncomfortable to watch.
Paralysis is setting in. The claw! This one's over. The Fiend landed that perfectly.
And they're still in this.
Kevin Owens perhaps showing more fight than sense, but he clearly is still in this one all the same.
And you got to think that all the plans are out the window after that. Caught an elbow to the gut for that effort.
Thunderous shot to the back.
He may get the 3 count right here.
This is it.
Calls the pin off with a rope break.
Oh, man, taking it to the... For the pin and the win!
Yes!
And this one is over.
Here is your winner, The Fiend.
They call Braun Strowman the monster of all monsters. Just look at him. It's easy to see why.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how big or strong you are. Strowman will manhandle you one way or another. Just unrelenting, unmatched power.
Strowman surely hoping that power is all he'll need here in this one.
But the Fiend is someone who redefines what it means to be soulless in this industry. He just wants to maim his opponents, no matter who they are or what they've done. I'd say you don't want to be on his bad side, but he is all bad side.
That bad side comes even more to life once the bell rings, Saxton.
Braun Strowman, truly a monster among men. How do you deal with an opponent who has destructive intentions like Braun?
You've got to be agile. Braun can't destroy you if he can't catch you. So stay moving. Don't make yourself a lift off.
Look out below!
Trying to do as much damage as humanly possible.
But at what cost?
Sister Abigail!
Good night. And if you weren't frightened of the Fiend before, he just gave you plenty of reason to be right there.
I'm quivering.
Oh, he's shoving it down his throat!
Forget about it. Good night.
Serious jeopardy for Strowman.
Returning to the ring now. Sure, he's pumping himself up, but he's also giving his opponent a chance to recover. He's doing a whole lot of gesturing, and it could cost him. Beat the count back in. This one will continue. The Fiend now with the clear upper hand.
This is how you counter an evil SOB.
An emphatic victory.
Here is your winner,
After a mountain of title matches and main events, John Cena absolutely earned the nickname Big Match John, a testament to his ability to pull out the win in even the highest pressure situations.
No matter the stakes, Cena is always ready to step up and deliver in the ring. In fact, it seems like Cena even has an extra level he's able to rise to when the stakes are at their highest.
And when Cena takes things up a notch, very few superstars have been able to hang with him.
Yeah, that's all well and good, but how much does any of that really matter to the Fiend? All he cares about is destruction, carnage, oh, and don't forget terror. He's indiscriminate when it comes to all those things.
Seeing his abilities are well known at this point, what do you think he should tap into in order to secure the victory?
Well, for a man with his build, John has a deceptive amount of stamina in the ring. He should try to extend the match as much as he can and take his opponents into the deep water. Likelihood is they won't be able to keep up.
Sister Abigail.
Nowhere to hide from that malicious attack by the Fiend.
Trying to sink his opposition into the darkness.
Oh, he's shoving it down his throat.
Night-night. Big opening for the Fiend to take this.
2 count. Oh, and he just kicked out.
You can never say that John Cena doesn't bring everything he has to every fight. Case in point, right there.
Just dished out his most devastating offense, and you gotta be wondering if he's thinking one more time will be the charm. Heads out of the ring, what's next? Wow! Heel hook. Look at this. Oh, that's so painful.
It's hard to watch, too.
Turning the tables. Down on the windpipe. Oh, to the arm.
Terrible. Was ready for that. Nice running crossbody.
To the throat.
Just breaking down the opponent.
Sister Abigail.
Good night.
And we are down to the proverbial wire here, guys.
The match hanging in the balance. Time to get back in the ring.
And the Fiend is channeling the energy of this crowd.
It's over. All in a night's work.
Here is your winner, The Fiend.
Since his arrival here in WWE, The Fiend has enjoyed something of a reign of terror, laying waste to his opponents while making the utterly creepy request that the WWE Universe let him in.
Why would anyone let him in? Just think about the heartless savagery he's displayed in the ring. If you see The Fiend, you better lock your doors.
I'm not so sure a locked door would even slow him down, Byron. Regardless, tonight, we might be treated to yet another horror show at the hands of The Fiend.
But across the way is the new and improved Baron Corbin. After many tribulations, Corbin has rediscovered his edge and reforged himself. He's done messing around and demands to be both feared and respected by his fellow superstars.
Yeah, Corbin is now a man with a purpose. He's a driven and merciless individual who sees every match as a chance to put his foot down. And a driven Baron Corbin makes for one scary opponent.
We know Corbin is not afraid of a brawl, but what if his opponent decides to turn this into a technical contest?
Look, Cole, raw power.
Oh, gosh, this is uncomfortable to watch.
Paralysis is setting in. The Fiend stops his opponents dead in their tracks. Sickening delivery from The Fiend.
I don't like the look in his eye here, folks.
Diving senton bomb! That was amazing.
Cover! 2! And that'll about do it, folks.
Here is your winner,
Rey Mysterio might just be one of the greatest competitors to ever put on a lucha mask. He's traveled the world proving to everyone who sees him compete that size doesn't matter when you have the heart of a champion.
I know Rey takes a lot of pride in being an ambassador of sorts for the art of lucha libre. He's a master of his craft, and it's always exciting when we get to see him in action.
I agree. The way Rey moves inside the ring can just take your breath away.
But staring him down with disturbing intensity is the Fiend, a malevolent being who loves to get inside your head and destroy you from the inside out.
If the Fiend's gaze alone doesn't leave you paralyzed with fear, his terrifying power will. The Fiend is pure darkness incarnate, and he won't stop coming at you until you are completely defeated.
What advice would you have given the legendary Rey Mysterio heading into this match?
Well, stay active and choose when to strike carefully.
Oh, he's shoving it down his throat. Night.
Does that finish Rey off?
2. What? Only 2?
Incredible. The big heart of Rey Mysterio shining through in the clutch.
And it's going to take him
To the sky. Striking down with the axe handle.
the Fiend with an overwhelming attack.
The aggression from the Fiend is unmatched. So much damage inflicted.
And we just saw some serious offense. And what a maneuver we just saw there.
Oh, right across the throat. He caught him by surprise. Oh, planted.
Gentlemen, Rey Mysterio may be fading away here.
Maybe just stay down.
Oh, he's shoving it down his throat.
Forget about it. Good night.
Sickening delivery from the Fiend.
Heading back to the ring. And the Fiend is channeling the energy of this crowd.
He's back in so close to a countout. You do not want to lose that way. Shades of the USSR with the hammer and sickle. Just disheartening to see Mysterio struggle here.
And Mysterio needs to fight back.
And Fiend falls to a counter.
Mysterio is going to look to press on the advantage.
The U-turn Mysterio needed in this match. Could have been that right there. 6-1-9.
Rey's still looking on the top of his game. Ready for takeoff. And he barely evades.
Oh, hammer and sickle.
Hitting the elbow drop.
He's going for the pin. This could be it. Into the pay window. And that's all she wrote.
Here is your winner, the
One thing you have to respect about Drew McIntyre is his unshakable confidence. Every time he heads to the ring, he does so knowing he's got all the courage and strength he needs to win the match.
It's an attitude that served him well and maybe the ticket to him grabbing another win here.
But tonight, he's dealing with an opponent devoid of any humanity, without any mercy or remorse, the Fiend. When it comes to in-ring competition, all that matters to the Fiend is inflicting as much pain as possible.
But it doesn't stop there. The Fiend isn't out here just to shatter your body. He also wants to break your spirit. In the Fiend's twisted mind, an opponent isn't beaten until they no longer have the will to go on and completely submit to his darkness.
That is the kind of move that leaves our jaws on the floor. Unbelievable.
The Fiend has proven to be one of the most relentless opponents in WWE. Does that make him an especially tough matchup?
Absolutely.
Oh gosh, this is uncomfortable to watch.
Paralysis is setting in.
The claw!
This one's over.
The Fiend landed that perfectly.
That's it. An emphatic victory. The Fiend is an opponent unlike any other. A malicious entity who at times has seemed absolutely unstoppable in the ring.
We've seen the Fiend march straight through fire, blown up from weapons, hits that would stop any other superstar in their tracks, and just keep coming. Contending with the Fiend is no simple task.
Calling the Fiend a challenging opponent would be putting it very mildly.
But then we've got Seth freaking Rollins, a truly superior talent who's at the top of his game. Seth has never been more cunning, more ruthless, more driven inside the ring than he is now. Every day, we are seeing the best Seth Rollins yet.
I really can't argue against that, Corey. Seth isn't one to rest on his victories or back down from a challenge. He thinks he's the best thing WWE has ever seen, and he's always ready to climb into the ring and prove it.
Oh, God, that's a bad landing.
That was playing with fire and getting burned.
The decision to take such a risk at this juncture is questionable.
Shades of the USSR with the hammer and sickle. And Seth was able to be tamed there.
Yeah, now that can be something the Fiend can build off of.
Absolutely crushing offense from the Fiend.
Rollins has to devise a new plan.
Rollins believes a lot of his own hype, but the hype is certainly warranted. What does it take to topple the self-proclaimed visionary?
You need to be on your game. For all his bravado, Seth Rollins absolutely has the skills to back it up, and it is crucial that you meet him at his level.
From behind, chop block. Oh, gosh, this is uncomfortable to watch.
Paralysis is setting in. The Fiend stops his opponents dead in their tracks. The Fiend landed that perfectly.
He kicked out at 2.
I cannot believe it, Corey. Seth Rollins is still alive.
Next level fortitude from Rollins.
It must be demoralizing knowing...
Saving us from having to sit through that.
Boom! Hammer and sickle! Seth losing any command of this match.
Rollins really being met at his own level here.
Evades the attack.
The Fiend reverses. Oh, look at just ripping at the eyes. Oh, and Fiend gets cut off.
Sharp elbow to the gut turns that one around. Sister Abigail. What a truly merciless act by the Fiend, looking to absolutely annihilate his victim.
Oh, he's shoving it down his throat.
Forget about it. Good night.
Seth's eyes look glazed over.
What a win for the Fiend.
Here is your winner,
The Fiend prepared to terrorize yet another opponent here tonight.
Good, evil, neither of those distinctions matters to the Fiend. Just sheer carnage and absolute destruction.
This monster truly finds pleasure in that destruction, Byron. There's no telling the lengths he will go to tonight.
Finn Balor is one of the most decorated superstars in the entire world, though, making a name for himself in Europe and Japan before conquering NXT and WWE as a whole.
Basically, you have to bring your A game when you're taking on Balor, because he is on a whole other level.
Elbow drop. Balor not exactly looking like the best version of himself after that one.
Yeah, now it's about the Fiend maintaining some of this pressure.
The Fiend has proven to be one of the most relentless opponents in WWE. Does that make him an especially tough matchup?
Absolutely. No matter what damage comes the Fiend's way, he just keeps getting right back up. So all the Fiend has to to do tonight is keep attacking. We know the Fiend can endure more than his opponent, so he's got to put that to the test.
Balor having trouble shifting the tides.
The Fiend remains on the attacks. I don't think his opponent can endure much more, to be honest.
No, he wasn't expecting this.
I can't believe this. I can't believe the nerve he's got interrupting this matchup.
You shouldn't be surprised, Saxton. This superstar only cares about one person. Himself.
Watch out, watch out!
Shades of the USSR with the hammer and sickle.
Finn's at risk now, at risk of losing here. Oh, gosh, this is uncomfortable to watch.
Paralysis is setting in. The Fiend stops his opponents dead in their tracks.
Will Fiend end it here?
And he's still in the game.
Where does Balor find the strength to go on like this? What a will to fight.
The next big move might end this. The question is, who has the stamina left to pull it out?
Strikes over and over again.
The Fiend now with the clear upper hand.
Finn really having trouble with this defense. Running senton.
This match may be nearing its limit.
Yeah, this is not good.
You don't say, Saxton.
Oh, planted.
Oh, he's shoving it down his throat. The claw.
This one's over. Finn's chances are faded.
It's over. All in a night's work.
Here is your winner,
Apollo Crews fights for his family, fights to provide, and tonight, he no doubt will be fighting to win.
One of the most impressive aspects of Crews in the ring is his ability to adapt. Opponents might think they have him well scouted, but then he throws them for a curve.
Yes, Saxton. Couple that with his unrelenting focus on winning, and he is quite the dangerous competitor.
But tonight, he's dealing with an opponent devoid of any humanity, without any mercy or remorse, the Fiend. When it comes to in-ring competition, all that matters to the Fiend is inflicting as much pain as possible.
But it doesn't stop there. The Fiend isn't out here just to shatter your body. He also wants to break your spirit. In the Fiend's twisted mind, an opponent isn't beaten until they no longer have the will to go on and completely submit to his darkness.
The Fiend is proven to be one of the most relentless opponents in WWE. Does that make him an especially tough matchup?
Absolutely. No matter what damage comes the Fiend's way, he just keeps getting right back up. So all the Fiend has to do tonight is keep attacking. We know the Fiend can endure more than his opponent, so he's got to put that to the test.
Oh, man.
Apollo isn't being given any room to recover.
The Fiend remains on the attacks. I don't think his opponent can endure much more, to be honest.
The Fiend is lurking around his prey. Oh, gosh, this is uncomfortable to watch.
Paralysis is setting in.
Night-night.
The Fiend may have sealed things up.
For the win. 2. And that'll about do it, folks.
here is your winner,
Just look at Roman Reigns, as focused as ever here tonight. Reigns is arguably the most explosive superstar in the business today.
Yeah, I've been in the ring with Roman before, and his offense truly hits you like a ton of bricks. And that was early in his career, so just imagine how it must feel now.
Safe to say that Reigns redefines the term hard-hitting every time that bell rings.
But the Fiend is someone who redefines what it means to be soulless in this industry. He just wants to maim his opponents, no matter who they are or what they've done. I'd say you don't want to be on his bad side, but he is all bad side.
And that bad side comes even more to life once the bell rings, Saxton.
Roman Reigns is so gifted as a striker, I think that might be a surest bet tonight. Wouldn't you agree, Corey?
That and then some. Reigns has some heavy hands and the ability to go the distance. He needs to drag this thing out and wear him down.
Oh, he's shoving it down his throat.
The Fiend stops his opponents dead in their tracks.
Can Reigns recover from that?
No, my, that was close.
Reigns kicks out at 2 9/10. The Tribal Chief stays alive.
I think there's still some shock in the air over the fact that that didn't produce a pinfall. He's looking a little weary now.
This is where endurance becomes so important in the late stages of the match.
Knew what Roman had coming. That'll turn your lights out. Just a debilitating chain of maneuvers from the Fiend.
Roman keeps getting cut off at the pass.
Drop kick down low.
The big dog had that scouted.
He's able to sidestep there.
Oh, he's shoving it down his throat. Night-night.
Big opening for the Fiend to take this.
Cover. 2 count. And now about do it, folks.
Here is your winner,
Many men have stood face to face with the big red monster, but win or lose, very few have come out of that interaction unscathed.
Kane's twisted desire to torture his opponents both physically and mentally makes him an intimidating threat to any superstar. That has to play a major factor in things here tonight.
Yeah, and that's all well and good, but how much does any of that really matter to the Fiend? All he cares about is destruction, carnage, oh, and don't forget terror. He's indiscriminate when it comes to all those things.
He could get dropped here. Uranage plants him. Right to the leg. The Fiend is sustaining the attack.
The big red monster showing weakness here.
At times, the Fiend has looked unstoppable inside the ring. How do you contend with an opponent who seems immune to most attacks?
The Fiend may be incredibly resilient, but even he has a limit on the amount of damage he can take. You've got to attack hard and fast. Don't waste time trying to decipher the mind games. Just go straight to your big moves and...
Oh, gosh, this is uncomfortable to watch.
Paralysis is setting in. The claw!
This one's over. The Fiend may have sealed things up.
There's 2! An emphatic victory.
here is your winner,
As violent as he is unpredictable, the Fiend is a truly unhinged opponent. Inside the ring, the Fiend's only motive is destruction.
You can't really overstate how truly terrifying the Fiend is. There's no reasoning with this dark entity. He just wants to see his competition suffer. Simple as that.
Win or lose, I think we can count on the Fiend getting his way in that regard. There will be suffering here tonight.
But let's not forget R-Truth is a well-seasoned veteran with a laundry list of title reigns attached to his name. This is a competitor who knows what's up.
I can't disagree. R-Truth's proven he has what it takes to be an enduring mainstay on the WWE roster. Truth's a gifted superstar, and that laundry list says 24/7 more times than Saxton can count.
The Fiend has proven to be one of the most relentless opponents in WWE. Does that make him an especially tough? And into the count. 2! And that's all she wrote.
here is your winner, The Fiend.
Celtic Warrior Sheamus is already ready for a fight. No matter the place, no matter the odds, this gritty superstar has never backed down. He's truly as tough as they come.
We've seen that toughness of Sheamus tested in some truly brutal matches. When you're in the ring with the Celtic Warrior, you are in for a rough morning after.
I think Sheamus is excited to get down to business here and prove his toughness once again.
But staring him down with disturbing intensity is the Fiend, a malevolent being who loves to get inside your head and destroy you from the inside out.
If the Fiend's gaze alone doesn't leave you paralyzed with fear, his terrifying power will. The Fiend is pure darkness incarnate, and he won't stop coming at you until you are completely defeated.
How would you strategize for a battle against a physically imposing brawler like Sheamus?
Sheamus is a true powerhouse with very little in the way of finesse, so a smart opponent will focus on their technique and making high IQ choices inside the ring. The more technical you make this fight, the tougher it will be for the Celtic Warrior.
Sister Abigail!
Good night. What a truly merciless act by the Fiend, looking to absolutely annihilate his victim.
Oh gosh, this is uncomfortable to watch.
Paralysis is setting in. The Fiend stops his opponents dead in their tracks.
Got all of it, and Sheamus is down. What? How did Sheamus kick out of that?
Not quite quitting time yet for the Celtic Warrior.
This was the moment to capitalize on. That should have been the end. The fight is being taken to Sheamus.
This is how you take on a brawler like Sheamus, with superior technique and a higher in-ring IQ.
Stop in the leg. Bam! Oh, Sheamus saw it coming. Way to steer clear.
Bicycle knee to the face.
Sheamus's words hit just as hard as his fists.
Oh, God.
Oh, gosh, this is uncomfortable to watch.
Paralysis is setting in. Night-night. Did Fiend end it there?
Looking for the victory. 2. It's over. All in a night's work.
Here is your winner,
Here's one of the most entertaining superstars around. While it might be songs and dances to the ring, Kofi Kingston is all business once that bell sounds.
It's that exuberant nature that often throws Kofi's opponents off their game. You can never underestimate the literal heights Kofi is willing to go to secure the victory.
We'll see if Kofi's opponent has come to the ring prepared for what we all know he's capable of.
But tonight, he's dealing with an opponent devoid of any humanity, without any mercy or remorse, the Fiend. When it comes to in-ring competition, all that matters to the Fiend is inflicting as much pain as possible.
It doesn't stop there. The Fiend isn't out here just to shatter your body. He also wants to break your spirit. In the Fiend's twisted mind, an opponent isn't beaten until they no longer have the will to go on and completely submit to his darkness.
I don't know what to say, guys. The Fiend is in that scary state right now.
And the WWE Universe is being demoralized by Kofi's situation.
We know the lengths that Kofi Kingston is willing to... Oh, he shoved it down his throat!
This one's over.
The Fiend landed that perfectly.
An emphatic victory.
here is your winner,
The Fiend prepared to terrorize yet another opponent here tonight.
Good evil, neither of those distinctions matters to the Fiend. Just sheer carnage and absolute destruction.
This monster truly finds pleasure in that destruction, Byron. There's no telling the lengths he will go to tonight.
And across the ring from him is the Reaper. Just evoking the Undertaker's name is enough for someone to become frozen with fear.
No lies detected there, Corey. I was 9 when I first saw the Undertaker, and his aura today is just as, if not more, chilling.
I think we all know that the Fiend comes into every match with one move at the front of his mind. The mandible claw. How do you work around that debilitating hold, Corey?
Well, for starters, you can keep your mouth firmly shut at all times. But your main focus has to be not leaving yourself vulnerable to the claw. You do that by only attacking when it's a good opportunity. Overextending yourself and making mistakes will make it that much easier for the Fiend to catch you with that vice-like grasp.
Undertaker is on the fringes here. Could be disastrous. Oh, gosh, this is uncomfortable to watch.
Paralysis is setting in.
Forget about it. Good night. The Undertaker in a bad way.
2. Oh, kicks out, kicks out.
It does not get much tougher than the Undertaker. And a kick out there is the greatest proof we've seen in this match.
That was the home run shot that got robbed at the fence.
Now repeated forearms to the face. Goodness.
Undertaker facing some trouble.
It is terrifying when the Fiend is in a state like this.
He's locked up here. Uranage plants him. Double leg drop.
Ooh, kick finds it. Clearly waiting for that. DDT by the Undertaker. Great timing on that knee to the gut.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Look at this raw power.
Gut-wrench suplex. He's stalking his opponent from the top turnbuckle. Oh, through the air. And connects.
What a reckless attack. Off the top rope, putting it all on the line.
A bad spot to be in for Undertaker.
He needs to get himself some room to regroup fast.
Uranage plants him. Whip back into the ring. Wow. Elbow. Absolutely crushing offense from the Fiend.
Undertaker has to turn this around in a hurry. This is nothing short of disturbing.
Oh, so frightening, so bizarre, so eerie.
Welcome
Welcome
to get worse
to Sister Abigail.
That's what happens when you let the Fiend in. You seal.
Oh, he's shoving it down his throat. Night-night.
Sickening delivery from the Fiend.
Strange game plan for sure, but hey, maybe he has something even bigger and badder planned.
Shoving it down his throat. The claw.
This one's over. Amazingly executed once more.
And that'll about do it, folks.
Here is your winner,